Welcome back to Low Rollers Craps. It is August 9th, Sunday, and I was in Vegas this past week with my brother and his wife, and so I wanted to kind of give you guys an update if anybody's going anytime soon in September. I will say the mask policy is not my favorite, and it is in force. But anyway, we stayed at the Plaza. They're large rooms. The bathrooms are pretty tiny, and they have like older, lower shower fixtures, no fridge, but the room was nice and clean. Hash House A Go-Go, ate there a couple times. They have a $10 breakfast. They had good burgers. We ate there for burgers when we first got there. The Plaza had $5 blackjack right as you walk in the door, and $10 craps table, and the surface was firm, and the dealers were friendly. And the drink service was really fast if you're playing the table games. During the peak hours, it wasn't so much in the slot machines, but when I was down there early in the morning and you were pretty much the only one there, they were pretty quick to bring you a drink. This stuff is sort of out of order, but anyway, as you might know, Resorts World is looking even better, and they got that video screen up and running a couple weeks ago. We were passing by Circa and on Ogden between Circa and the California, and we saw construction workers unboxing slot machines and taking them in there, so that was cool. Here's a little tip, going to the D Players Club. Between the D and the El Cortez, if you take your boarding pass that says that you flew into Vegas that day, they'll give you either some free play or some match play. I found out that was, at the D, that was only with Spirit Airlines and Southwest Airlines. So those weren't the airlines that we flew. But, tip, if you are at the D and you're signing up for the Players Card, if you mention that you watch Brian Christopher Slots channel, they give you additional $25 in match play. The craps table that I saw in there during the day, during the week, was $15. Only saw one working at a time. I got a little turned off. I wasn't going to play $15. I can handle the 10. But I was walking by the table and one of the dealers said, "Hey, like, want a free lesson?" And I was just like, nah, I don't appreciate that, really. I did enjoy playing the old Sigma Derby game upstairs in the D. That was a lot of fun. And the drink service was good at that machine. We stopped at Peppermill. It was the first time I got to stop there. I've been wanting to stop there, and it did not disappoint. Huge omelet that I didn't finish. I had the Maserati omelet. And they take a complimentary photo of you and your party, and then they'll give you promo prints for free, and you can purchase other prints if you want. My brother and his wife went to the Zach Baggins Museum, which I went to on the last time I was there a couple times ago. And they had fun. This time the basement was open, they said. I did not go this time. They said the basement was open, so that's pretty cool. They had bought tickets ahead of time and for the first slot in the morning, so there was no waiting. As you might know, the wait is outside, so if you go outside during the day, it can be a long wait outdoors. But that museum is highly worth it. I think it's a lot of fun and very much worth, I think, the $44 admission. My brother and I like playing at the Fremont. We played there several times. $10 game. The drinks are good. Drinks are fast. The table surface is hard. And the dealers were good there. It was a fun time playing there. We stopped by Downtown Grand. They have a $10 game. They have bouncy tables that I remember from when I was there in January. But we were there in the morning, and they did not open until 11 a.m. Of course, Main Street Station is still closed, as are the bars. I wanted to go to Frank's Tiki Lounge, and that just didn't happen. During the week and during the day, we were at TI and Caesar's Palace, and they were slow. There was some games going at Harrah's. I didn't stop in Casino Royale. There was a $10 table at Paris. That was the only $10 table I saw down on the Strip. I don't know, TI might have been $10 too. I'm not sure, I don't remember. We stopped at Evil Pie. That was always good. Played the pinball machine. $5 slice, $5 beer. The Claim Jumper in the Golden Nugget was open. We were trying to sit down and get some drinks. Honestly, all they had were Busch Light and Bud Light and nothing really interesting. And sadly, the rest of the restaurants in the Golden Nugget were closed. I'm sure some of the food court type things were open, but the steakhouses and burger places were closed. Let's see. I had written down fast drinks at the Fortune Cup in the Link. Yeah, $10 crabs and Harris. Oh yeah, the Four Queens had Chicago Brewing was open. It was like a little short stairway up there, and it's a really tiny place, but they had, you know, dark beers, and we got an app platter with, you know, several choices of apps, so it was good. We went to the Tony Roma Steak and Lobster Special. It was fun. $12.99, I think. The steak was good, cooked perfectly. Lobster a little overdone. What do you expect? But the tip is, when people start lining up and they start getting ready, go tell the hostess, and they take your number and they'll text you when you're ready. So we actually got called before a lot of the people that were in line in front of us. And we got in there. Let's see, I had the text written down at 8:26, and they called us at 8:44. So about 18 minutes later. And I was excited to try the 99-cent shrimp cocktail. That became one of our jokes. Man, it looked like it was the only one they had in the freezer. And it was just a little plastic cup with a tin foil on top and these small little things that don't even look like shrimp. And I had had a few drinks, and I wanted to eat that thing, but they wrestled it from me and made me throw it away. So that was most of my tips. Man, you know, we stopped in Circus just for nostalgia and played their dollar coin machines for a little bit, but it was really dead in there. And you know, that's all that stuff's kind of sad to see. Sad to see some of the restaurants closed and the light crowds. You know, we're walking in front of Paris in the middle of the day, and there was like one person like 100 yards from us, and it was just, it's pretty wild. Didn't make it into Bellagio or much of the South Strip. Mostly stayed up on Fremont, and really had the best kind of games in Fremont and in the Plaza. So I do recommend them. Those affordable rooms. They had affordable food. It was good food. So I'm going to throw in some pictures. Oh yeah, I played Fantasy Craps this morning. Sunday this week was on Chili from O-Town's channel. $1,000 buy-in. I ended up coming out plus 400, which isn't bad, seeing as how the kind of tables were going and how things were working out. It was up and down. I definitely got down to just about $300 of my buy-in. Was able to kind of get back into it. So if you haven't watched that, check that out. It's usually on George from CY. As you may know, but it's been bounced around to other channels like Same Bet and this week Chili from O-Town. So we'll throw in some pictures, and good luck. Keep them rolling. Alright. Just thought of another thing to mention. You know, we weren't down on the Strip at the night, and I've seen some videos since we've been home that, you know, nighttime down on the Strip was looking pretty good. But since we were mostly up on Fremont, and all the bars on the outside of the buildings are closed, Whiskey Liquor Up was closed. So, you know, the next best thing, and it was sad to see that bar in the Four Queens in the front, that four-side bar is usually packed. You know, when we were in the Link, they have that nice long bar over there on the side, that was closed, and that lounge area right by that bar was closed, and it's just kind of sad to see. It's just nice stuff. But anyway, you know, going into the souvenir stores and the ABC stores and, you know, getting the tall beer in there, well, I don't know if they did this before, I don't recall this, but they were packaging the beer that you purchased and stapling the bag shut or whatever, putting a little wrap tag on it, and, you know, there were signs that if you opened it, they'd make you pour it out or something. I would just walk into the next casino and, you know, sit down at a machine and tear that off or whatever, throw that away and everything, and then walk on out of there. You know, there was cups. As you probably know, there's cups at the doors of most of the place on Fremont, so you can take your drink outside. I don't want to slander anybody, but there was one place where they'd give you a glass bottle of beer and there wasn't any cups and everything, and so, you know, that's to keep you inside, of course. But I asked one of the guys at the security scan where they're checking your temperature, scanning your brain and stuff. You know, hey, you guys got any cups? They're like, no, but they do down there. I was like, well, guess what? I'm going down there then. So But most places had cups. I remember the Golden Nugget had cups on the way out. So a couple more things I thought of. There's always something else. So, and another thing, Binion's had the only $5 craps game that we saw on Fremont Street. They also had $5 blackjack. Both of those were pretty packed, and you'd have to wait around to get on those. Also, the Four Queens did have a $10 table. That's a pretty bouncy surface. And also the Downtown Grand, which I did mention, they had the $10 game that didn't open until 11 a.m., but also that's a real bouncy surface. So keep that in mind. And I forgot to mention El Cortez. I love going there and playing there. They had a $10 table. The dealers were friendly. It's a fairly bouncy surface. But I like playing at the Elko, and it's fun. I highly recommend stopping there. And we didn't get to do the prime rib special, but maybe next trip.
These shoes! That's a jackpot! Jackpot, baby! Keep on counting! Keep on counting! That's 400 credits right there.
Alright. Is that 400 pennies?
Yes.
Alright.
Is that like a 2-line win?
Yeah. I might make it back to 20.
They're gonna come kick us off these things. cash.
I made a profit.
Hey! On penny slots, let's open.